Okay, and not a second to spare. Let's get right to it for Thursday. What's going on, everybody? How you doing on a Thursday here? We're here again at our Harmonic Pattern podcast. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Just checking how everything's going. Great to see everybody. We're gonna give a couple books away today. So if you have won a book previously, great. Please let some other people answer. And let's get to it. Let's do crypto first. I want to look at this one. There's a lot of weekly pattern stocks we want to look at like this. A bunch of them I've mentioned in the 3 ideas. So absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Great to see the crowd here. Scotty, David, our Lake, Stephanie. Hello, Miss Stephanie. Mark, Snacks. What's up, everybody? Listen, everything starts at harmonictrader.com. You got to get over to here, get to Harmonic Trader, and get with the free trial. You guys know that. Who's in here that's not with the software? Who's in here? First person to tell me that they need a volume 3. Put V3. First person to put V3 in the chat wins a book. Let's see how that goes. You need to go to our Discord link and contact Miss Stephanie if you win. So it's right there, and it's all on you. But the first person to put V3 in the chat will win a book. How about that? But get in with the Discord, folks. NY Leagues, you win. Okay, NY Leagues. NY Leagues is the first one. All right? NY Leagues. You have to contact Miss Stephanie on the Discord. You access it through the basic members, and you send her a note. She's there. Literally under the name Miss Stephanie. Right, Stephanie? Volume 6. That's pretty funny. No, there will be no Volume 6. And get with all the books, everything. We talked about Volume 3, actually, in the last session. And again, I think that's a real good place to be looking into for the advanced material. Excellent. Thank you. So let's get to it, folks. Look, Ethereum, Bitcoin, they did a push and they came back probably because Elon, and now we're coming back. Look, nothing. Okay, hold on one second. Am I having guys, let me know if I disconnect here. I don't know what happened there. It just cut out for a second. But I should be back now. So here's the thing. No, you weren't. Okay, here's the thing. All of the big dailies just registered another little HSI. But what do we know about that? This is on the daily, Gemini, most of them the same. We compare it and we link it up. What's Amplified doing here, folks? It's not out of the zone yet. So this isn't really an official signal. And what I'd be looking for is some kind of retest of that previous high. That's as high as 1631. Hey, don't worry, chat. You guys, we're going to give away 2 more books, so settle down. And every Thursday we give away books now, the Volume 3 book. So that gives you an opportunity to score a book. But this is our immediate development. And then you go to the 4-hour chart, which, listen, if you haven't gotten on one of these crypto that we've been outlining, check the 4-hour charts. And we're looking for patterns. We're looking for HSI signals, stuff like this. So Ethereum just went into a 4-hour bullish continuation, and we want to really focus on what this can do tonight into tomorrow. Big stuff going on here. I mean, that at a minimum still says higher until we retest the prior high, maybe even go a little bit higher, 1650, something like that. Then we'll take a look. Bitcoin is a little bit better. You know, did the check back. Now it's forming the 4-hour continuation. So what does it look like on a 5-minute? Anything develop here? Oh yeah, look. Your 5-minute charts are giving great patterns now, unlike maybe 2 or 3 months ago where it was straight down. At least we're getting some things. Hold on one second. Hold on, bear with me, folks. I got the attack of the lawnmowers. So we're in a type 1 for that 5-minute pattern. I would look for 22.5. Maybe come back one more time, and then we get some lift off that 4-hour, which kind of makes sense because if we're going to check back here, we're going to get the 4-hour to register pretty soon. And then check back. That, like I said, that's around 22.5, and we should get a continuation. Now, here's another interesting thing, a little short term to pay attention to, is the fact that we had the butterfly, perfect type 1. Now you come up for the type 2, but no confirmation. If anything, it's way past your hop level, no HSI, and now we have a bullish HSI. That tells you something. Like here, it's flawed. Now it's kind of failing because you're so above that hop level. Now you have a bullish HSI against a bearish zone. What do we know about that? More time in that predominant trend. So I say higher, and I say higher now. One or two more. Let's look at a couple of these big ones that started to move and are doing much the same thing. Here's Chili's. And most of these are coming back against these zones where this is good development. And we're still underneath your XA level on Chili's. That's under 1128. Let that be kind of a guiding level for most people on these weekly and daily levels. They're checking back underneath your XA level. I say anything under 1128 and you're in business on Chili's. Like a lot of these. Cosmos Pop. That someone was saying Cosmos earlier. And we know what that is. It was HSI on the weekly. I had a couple things. I think it's a shark or a bat pattern down there. Which one? What was that? Was it crab? I got to look at that. There it was. It was a crab. Depending on the feed again. But look, 886 was at 780. Now you're trading 11, but you're still under XA. Give it time. We're probably a little overbought at the minute, but this is how these things are going to pop out of these zones. This is how we got to, just be patient. We're in the larger zones. We're coming back against some levels where you're going to get another opportunity on these. Here's Axie Infinity. Okay, checking back again. This is the kind of thing I want everyone to be looking for. Line up your favorite crypto. Look for the 886s. Look for your checkbacks. That's a successful checkback on the weekly at around 1275. I would say anywhere around, 14 area. All of that lines up where we know this is going to take time. We're probably in like a 20-week development phase, and I would look for this stuff to, check back against these long-term levels and start to go. Cardano has not been as exciting as some other ones. Okay, but the weekly check back is still in play. That weekly check back is at 48. So I would say anything under 48 in Cardano is not a bad spot to be looking at these. And it exemplifies the kind of consolidation that we see in these longer term setups. I've been saying this stuff can move in what appears to be slow motion, which is what this is. It's just your 3 to 5, 5 to 7 bar window. It's just on a weekly chart where you're taking 7 weeks to consolidate. But like some of the ones we talked about, we're going to get a pop. We're going to make saucer separation out of the zone and then start to accelerate. So be mindful of that. Yes, Solana is just like the rest. Solana, look, check back 32. Okay, we're clearly above that. But here's the deal. I've been saying that a lot of these reversals now should take on a serial nature, meaning bar over bar, begin to climb out, not take out the prior low, and if anything, come back against maybe the prior close or the prior body, and that's about it. Solana maybe 37 at the lowest, but 38.60 might be a dip back, and then we keep going and building. That makes a lot of sense with where we are. The last couple of days were like the first pop. Here's another one. We talked about this. This was actually a great chart. Someone brought this up. Where are you? Oh, I think it was daily. Yeah, crab pattern. There you go. Big crab pattern, sushi swap. All right, with your big numbers, about 145. We had some confirmation down here around 93. We're just waiting for that next. Maybe we come back down for one more as we climb out of here. Maybe we get another retest on HSI, but that's kind of what we'd look for, and this keep building. Quick question. Jason's asking, how do these play into the Fed meeting the 28th and tech earnings on the 29th? They play, and we'll look at some individual issues, but look, we have bullish patterns after a disaster of a first half of the year. And I've been saying with all of this stuff, reactive rally to at least start to reclaim some of the damage, and most of these up to target 1. So that's the way to be thinking about it. I want, people to realize that some of these are further along than others, but most of them are in position. As I've been saying, if you're at an all-time 886, if you're at if you have weekly patterns, HSI, checkbacks, you're good to go. You're just going to build. You'll thrust. You'll recheck. Here's another one, VE chain. This is weekly. This is perfect. And that's right at around 2.5 cents. But that's the pattern. You're right back there now. Take a look at the zone here. Let's blow it up. And a lot of these are going to likely do this, come back, maybe check back against last week's range. But I do not anticipate any of these lows getting taken out. I would think we're just building off of here. You are 3 bars post confirmation, 2 bars after the check back. Although your completion on the pattern was all the way back here, that's just a starting point. Your confirmation is there. And interesting how your completion is there. You did have a reaction. Look, you run right into a powerful HSI counter signal that says, what more time when this stuff happens? So pull up VE chain. Don't sleep on it. This one is not as far along as some others, but it's definitely taking shape. 1 or 2 more. Let's look at those totals. Total crypto firming above 1 trillion. That's a good one to be mindful of. And not to mention, total crypto market cap has some big fat patterns. Big and fat. That's how you want them. Deep crab pattern. We said this is a type 1 with confirmation, everything at about 880, 900 billion. And this should at least get you, I think, up to either the trend line, which could be a nominal reaction, not a problem, 1.3, or as high as 1.66 at target 1. I'll stay with 1.3 for now. We'll get one or two more. Yeah, I like. Someone mentioned Ren. I like Ren. I like where Ren is. Ren and LRC and KNC, big patterns. What's that, weekly? Weekly, yep. This one is triggering at 8, now 15. Again, pull up your 4 hour. 4 hour time frame. Like a lot of these are giving you HSI checkbacks right now, which should be continuation. So somewhere around 1450. 1450 on Ren, I think is fair game. 14.5 cents. A lot here. Oh, check out Rune. Look at the Metaverse stocks, Metaverse crypto. Explodindo. That's what we say in Portuguese. Exploding. And that thing is, look, the Metaverse, don't sleep on it. Here's the two we've really been featuring. Sandbox, just pull back. Trigger 4 hour HSI. Remember I said this would bump up to the hop level at 140 and come back? Another situation, read it like this. It's a nice one. Type 1 off the bat. You like that. You do. Okay, but you come in here for the retest. Where's your HSI at the hop level? There's no HSI. There's no arrow. You need this indicator to hit overbought, and it never did. If anything, it gave you another oversold at a relatively high level. Basically looking for this to hold 130 and keep moving, because this is what's at stake here on sand. I said this is what's at stake, this bat pattern. And so this will be one we will follow along through for a while, but it's a type 1 reaction up to 381, 382, and we should see this do the serial move. You see the serial move already happening. I'm going to pull out the illustration to show that in a second because that's on volume 3, but look, it's Thursday. We're firmly holding every prior weekly low, and we're thrusting above prior weekly highs. We want the 3-bar breakout where we get the close above the 1, 2, 3 range. And that's basically 135. 135, close above there. That would be your first positive 3-bar close that really gets this puppy moving. That's what you want to see. It's so early. Still early, super early in development. The other Metaverse, I should have had been on Rune, but look, here's Mana, Decentraland. HSI check back and daily, I think it's a bat. It is a bat. Where'd you go? Oh, this is where your data feeds are. Here, let's get a couple more data feeds for Mana. I know it's, yeah, that's enough. Here you go. That's what it is. Oh, yeah, Coinbase. It's a massive bat pattern. Look at that. The bigger of the two, not that small one. And here you go. Even if this was a small one, look, even if we just had that small one that failed, like there was a bat pattern, and you could say, Scott, how do I know not to take that trade? Well, there's the icon, sun arrow. That's where we start. But where's confirmation? All the way down here. And when you checked back, you had nothing. I mean, just straight on through. And I bet your amplified was not. Nope, your amplified was in the wrong space. Look, you registered, but amplified deeply oversold. That's how we know. Versus over here, look, that's a much better confirmation signal. Why? You have amplified doing a secondary test and clearly out of the zone. If anything, look, Decentraland's doing a pretty nice bullish uptrend. It's just taking time, and that's okay. Some of these do get drawn out like that. One or two more. Here's XRP, folks. And remember, this is a weekly monster. 32 cents. If that thing backtests 32 cents again, you're all clear to just fire away. You're 35.80 right now. I don't know if it will, because if we are in the right position, we should start the serial move. Bar over bar. We still haven't gotten, check out the zone. Still have yet to see a 3-bar breakout. Looks like this. Okay. There's the completion of the pattern. Now we need a bar that takes out the last 3. Nope. No, I need a close above it. So here's 1, 2, 3. We would need a close above 37 cents to get that going. Thanks, David. David, that's a great way to put it. David is laying it out in the chat, saying the order of events, the sequence of actionability. Terminal bar sun icon, that thing right there. That's the official starting point for patterns. If you're not aware of terminal bar, please take a look at the videos and the books. Volume 3 would be a great one, because that is, it spells it out, the concept, and it really illustrates how this is just a starting point. I think a lot of people that have studied my stuff, or maybe they just, I don't know, other people teaching it will just show you, yeah, just put your order in right at the zone. No. Because if you did, you'd be entering at 32 when it went to 29, and we have confirmation at 31. So we wait for the icon, the arrow, and then this is the zone. It's after the fact, so you're going to find yourself executing several bars after the fact. That's a weekly chart. Doesn't seem like much, but look, this pattern completed 6 weeks ago. Confirmation and check back was 4 weeks ago. We've been analyzing this for 4 weeks, and we're getting the early signs that we want to see. So there's always plenty of time in every setup. We're going to go to some stocks here in a minute. By the way, Nasdaq's breaking out. Real healthy reversal today. We're going to get to that, because the end of the month rally that started last month looks like it wants to go into early August. What does that mean for our larger scenario? What's going on, Ziggy? How are you? Great to see everybody. Yeah, Polygon. I always get those two confused, Polygon and Matic. Matic is like this, done a big move. I think Matic, we talked about this, why this should be on everyone's radar, because look, it's a beautiful, get back here, it was a weekly, right? What was this? Oh, on Coinbase, it was an 886. 886, no check back. Patterns. Now you have this bearish pattern in Matic. I would look at 102, folks. Let's see what happens up at $1. Keep an eye on it. A few of these are forming patterns off the low, bearish patterns, but that's okay. Polygon, the other one, isn't that Poly? There's Matic, and then there's this Poly. Is that it? Don't know. Even what this Poly is, you don't have any patterns there. I would look at other ones that have patterns. Much better spot. I said that last time. Go with the patterns. Go with the weekly, the daily. Matic weekly FTX feed. Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate that. I think what they're talking about is Matic here. Binance. Binance is good feed. Coinbase. FTX. I would say probably in that order. I think it's an 886. Yeah, appreciate it. Den's Crypto is asking, hi, I watched your Harmonic videos. You don't understand to get the PRZ. What am I doing to get the D leg and stop loss level? All right, so folks, great question, Dens. I appreciate the question and you being kind of forthright with where you are. Listen, the PRZ, potential reversal zone, that's the name of the zone for all the patterns. Let's look at LRC. Okay, LRC, not LRC Bitcoin, LRC this way. Here's LRC. There's another one. Deep in the zone, checked back. This is all ready to go. And the question is, how do you calculate the zones? Well, you don't. You get the software. Now, if you want to learn the measurements of the patterns, so you understand why something goes to an 886 or a 1618 versus a 786 or something like that, then you look at the measurements. But what we're doing now is going exclusively off the auto-generated algorithms. Why? Because it gives you a uniform way to identify patterns. I do recommend that everyone learns how to connect dots. Draw your M and W's like this. I'll just trace this out. There's X to A. Your B point, okay, this B point is 56. So it defaults to a bat. And it goes down to your 886. Those are the basic measurements. Don't forget also the minimum A to B, C to D. It's all in the books. But we've taken out that whole process to make it easier. Why? Because we want to focus to the right of all these properly measured patterns. If you're trying to figure out which pattern to measure, all right, just follow along with the software. That's why, as I said in the last session, everyone should be getting with this program. You send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com and you get a 2-week trial. And then follow along on the videos. Listen, what you're trying to do is understand these M and W formations. And what a lot of people have learned is the measurements, but they don't know what to do with these. When is an M or W pattern actionable? And how do we know that? Well, the measurements are the starting point. The completion, the terminal bar, the sun icon, that's where we get ready. The confirmation is where we go into actionability, permissible execution zone, and look at our indicators to monitor out of that zone. That's our job. We're trying to assess it structurally, use the indicators as a trigger, and then understand that most patterns are going through the 1-2 framework. We go type 1 reaction up to target 1, and then we come back for the retest type 2. Every time. That's the harmonic pattern framework. Again, folks, the place to go is get your volume 3 on the basic members page, and it looks like that. And scroll to the back. Go to the second half of the book, because the confirmation is so critical that once you put it together, like, you're going to understand first that the patterns, the differentiated of the patterns, are going to put you in the right ballpark. But then the indicators is going to really help you locate that trade in the area. Timbo Time. Stephanie, please connect with Timbo Time and ask him how he can help us. I would like that. Timbo Time and Stephanie, you two connect. But appreciate the offer. And here's the other thing. So go to the back of the book on volume 3. It's stuff like this where you're going to really see that model is repeating over and over again in the markets. So I did all of these illustrations. All of this is the work that I came up with over the course of many years to highlight not only harmonics, but when I related it to relative strength and indicator readings, there were so many commonalities in the M and W formations that it works. And then when we put together multiple measurements, there's a lot going on here, no doubt. But it's powerful stuff when we line up everything. That's what we saw with the Bitcoin and Ethereum moves, you know, and as I said last week when I was showing this, these charts are already, some of them are like almost 15, 20 years old when I created them, and they repeat over and over again, even today's markets. And that's what the software has, all of that automated. So go back a little bit, go even further into the book, and you will see different time frames and how to look at even, like here's HSI. Look at some of the stuff with HSI, type 1, type 2. Check out volume 3. All right, let's give away another volume 3. Okay, let's see here. What's a way to do this? Okay. All right, get ready. Get ready with your fingers. I'm going to ask a question here in a second. And okay, what is our primary confirmation method? It's a 3-lettered word. What's the primary indicator we use? 3 letters. I'm looking for 3 letters. That's our confirmation that we use. 3 letters. And we'll get somebody booked. NW wins. Okay, NW, connect with Miss Stephanie. You win. We'll give away one more book here in a few minutes. I bet Daniel's got a fast, or NW has a fast connection. That's the only way. Look at it. Ethereum starting to move here. Look, every time they throw Ethereum down, folks, comes right back up. That's a nice one. Remember, 4-hour chart. That's big. That should get us going here. That's Ethereum. All right, let's get over some stocks. Markets are rocking. They're rocking. Let's do it. All right, here, let's go to Nasdaq, folks. What are we going to do? The summer rally continues. 4-hour chart. Let's go back to the daily. Look, we had a couple things down here. It's super sloppy. All right, it's a big ABCD off the top. It's not perfect, but here's what I'm thinking. If that ABCD does stick, and it's sticking, then we are in the middle of, let me remove the crab and we can isolate that. All right, if this is what we got, oh, get out of here. All right, so let's say that ABCD is something right off the top. It probably is. There was the completion. There was the sun icon. Let me blow it up, and we can really see it. But check it out. Still in reaction mode, and no confirmation until like 2 weeks ago. Let me blow it up like this. There you go. Terminal bar. There you go. Big sun icon. But over here, back at right around the 21st of June, we did get HSI to trigger. So we're still in reaction mode. I got to think that we're going to tag target 1 at 13.3 and then come back down. This does line up. We've been talking about this reaction for a while in all the markets. Come up and then back down. And I think that's the way we need to play the next 4 to 6 weeks. Longer term, some of the things that I've been talking about is, look, we're down big on the year. We haven't seen a correction this large in a long time, probably since 2008. We have a successful check back here at 11,572 on the weekly. This is an ABCD structure at the top. So your tech looks like it's going to run a little bit. Looks like it's going to run. Yeah, I'll look at Tesla. How you doing, James? Because Tesla's been, look, Tesla was one of our 3 ideas from a month ago at 640. Why? Because we have big patterns there. There you go. ABCD, a bat pattern, a whole bunch of stuff. Here, it's the bat. Let me remove that. There you go. ABCD. I think this is actually weekly. There you go. It is. It's a weekly bat. 886 was 626. And we're looking at around 640 for the entry. This has got 858 targeted right now, minimum. And then maybe we come back down for a type 2. All of them are going to be like that. All of them. Hey, Scotty. Yeah, AMD is another one. Look, AMD and NVIDIA and Micron, all the techs, they're now popping. Look at the daily here on AMD. Beautiful. Right at 72. Bat pattern. There's your check back after hitting the hop. I said this last session, and it's still fair game. Look, you're going to 119.46, 120. Let's just be mindful of that. And even if we get a nice reaction, we would still expect the retest in the fall and then go. That's the framework. 120, back to 93, up to 136. That's the framework. Will it happen? We'll see. It happens, but that's what we expect. We have to really just kind of understand that we're in reaction phase. We are in reaction phase across the board. Here's one that I posted in 3 ideas for gold members. Uber. Okay, I was saying down here at 22 area, there's a whole bunch of stuff. This is still quite early in development. And I mentioned this, it got the pop today, but we still go to 27. Earnings are next week or 2 weeks from now. Keep an eye on that one. And then you have stuff like, let's go over to the other platform. So even like the financials are in play. Let me go here. AXP. Bunch of patterns. I mean, ugly, complex patterns, but a lot of them are just developing in a sloppy way, but in a way where you could get type 1 reaction. I think this is a weekly. Where's your weekly? Where'd it go? AXP. Maybe it was Goldman. It was one of these, Goldman Sachs or yeah, there's Goldman Sachs. Butterfly, ugly butterfly. But I thought these were weekly. Hold up. It's on the TradingView platform for sure. It's like this. Here, let me bring it up. Here's Goldman Sachs. Yeah, Goldman Sachs on the daily. Oh, there it is. It's a shark. Goes to 364, target 1. They're all starting to come together and get out of this hole. It was real ugly. And so some of them we missed for sure. Others, they're just getting started. Here's another one that I mentioned this a while ago, and you got another shot. Look at that puppy. Zoom. I am currently long this. Just taking its time. And like a lot of the crypto with these other techs, what you need to see is to get them to the right of that downtrend. But this is coming out of the zone, and it's a target. It's a type 1. Go to target 1, 283. You're trading 110. Look at where the trend line takes you, though. It could be October, November until you get out of the zone, but this is deep in the hole. But you've got major things coming together here on Zoom. I like this. There's a lot of these. Here's another one. Snap. Look at that monster. Maybe we need to start a new thread of the monster patterns, because there's a beautiful shark. And it's great because look, the confirmation came in all the way back. What was that? That was May 23rd, where we completed, and then 5-6 weeks, there's confirmation for the first time. So we're only 2 weeks in the development of this thing. Anything under 1650, you're only 1620 now. Fair game. Fair game for an eventual move to 47.95. Look, this is how we play it. This is how we frame out this position with the possibility. Big pattern, check. Confirmation, check. Check back, no. All right. Will we get the check back? I don't think so, because look, if we're going to go in reaction phase and we're about to do a 3-bar breakout in the weekly, and amplified is coming out, or that's standard RSI BAM. Here's amplified. HSI has checked out. This stuff will be, this thing will be above 20 pretty soon. If you're not looking at it, get it on your radar, because your 4-hour time frames and your hourly time frames should give you continuation triggers as you build, as you kind of get out of this hole. Go to the hourly. Where's the hourly? Yeah. Shark pattern here. Maybe wait for a pullback next week. Something like this, back down to target 1. And then you go off of 1434. Plenty of time. Listen, crypto looked like it was about to run and just take off, but we got a pullback in the last few days. Now you go. Yeah. Hey, Ari. Ari's asking, welcome to the chat. He's asking about Coinbase. Look, Coinbase looked like it was going to 0. But look at what we have here. Deep crab basically grinds out at the hop at 49. You're now 75. What is this going to do? Well, you've got, I don't know why HSI is giving us a problem, but those are big patterns. I'll go to the 4-hour. I don't know why that is. Look, we knew that if Coinbase did not hold that level, hold 50, we were in trouble. Here you go with the crab at the low. Yeah, nothing here yet. I mean, you're too far off the low to be chasing this. But with the big weekly patterns, daily patterns, stuff like this, plenty of time. Look, this should be a low, a historic low. If this is going to be a major support level, that should be it. You should not see anything break again underneath there. Not to mention, target 1 is at 210. It's going to take time. Also, look at the downtrend. So you still have the weight of the downtrend against you, trying to break out. It's a much better spot here than it was even a month ago, 20 points lower. Keep an eye on that stuff. There's a lot going on here. Whole bunch of things. What was the other one I wanted to highlight? I think it was Amazon. Was it? It was Amazon, or I think Amazon, maybe the weekly. I mean, it looks like Amazon wants to pop out of this hole here. It was a weekly check back. Oh, this is what it was. Okay. Amazon will give you a 3-bar breakout. Take a look. Here's the check back all the way around 103. But right there at 117, cleared 3-bar breakout. And the first time it has since that signal. Ride it up. Not to mention, you had triple confirmation on Amazon. Really nice. There's amplified. HSI just came out. And look, RSI as well. So that tells us these lows are critical, massive support, and you're just coming off of the low. Amazon next week, give me some calls. Yeah, I think this could go. And just look at this stuff. Look, major capitulation into May. Target that bar. I think 140. Retest that prior high, or even these pivots get you to 128, 130. Yeah, this is all reaction mode, folks. Strong, strong reaction mode. Keep it going. Let's do that. Let's go over to, let me go S&P index. Let's look at S&P 500. The index. There you go. Again, trying to do a 3-bar, and you're about to get it above 39.50, 39.44. Isn't there something on the daily? No. Nothing yet on the daily, but even if we were to trace this out, look, we could connect dots here and say this has got a W formation written all over it. Maybe you come back up and come back to the 886 of your June peak minimum, like that. That puts you around 4,100, folks. There's really nothing there to stop it. So keep building, keep going. I would favor the long side. Let this pull back and then take another swing. But yeah, you're there. You're there in a lot of different ones. So, all right. Let's give away one more book. And first person to put in, let's see here. I don't know. Let's say here. First person to type Harmonic wins volume 3. Let's see it. First one to type for Harmonic, we'll get you one more book. And while I'm doing that, let's go over the diamonds. Cyberg wins. All right, Cyberg, you win. Come on back on next Thursday. You got to contact Miss Stephanie. Miss Stephanie, buzz him now. While we're doing that, look, here's industrials, the index. And I thought this is probably a great chart, because this is type 1. And a type 1 gets you to target 1 at 32, 187. You're pretty close, but we're still up. And the other thing, we'll look for HSI in here. I think we could go as high as maybe 33.5, 33.4 on this move. And then I think we're going to come back and retest where the way this is setting up to come into the fall, which was kind of the thing I was looking for all along, is we could do a summer rally. We bounce up. You have, look where we are. HSI needs to get up here. Amplified comes up here. Standard RSI is not going to do much. It has to come up a little bit more. And then roll over in the fall and retest these patterns. So just think about that we are still in reaction phase. That's it. We're still in reaction phase, but go with it up until we hit minimum target ones or your next HSI level on daily or weekly. Of course, we're going to update it in these sessions, but all of that points to where the next week, 2 weeks, we've got a strong bias to the upside still. So absolutely be mindful of that. We've got 10 days until the new month. So I want everyone to be aware of the fact that don't be surprised if we see a strong reaction over the next 5-7 sessions that takes us higher across the board. For those that are gold members, really quick, if you have not seen on the gold members page and you are a gold member, simply log in, go to the gold members page. If you want to get an update on our 3 ideas, I don't know why that's not doing that. Go to the gold members page and go to the library. All right, live recordings, and you're going to get your monthly updates and your 3 ideas here. That's where to check it all out. But for now, look, the reaction phase continues. and we will stay with that and look for the end of the reaction phase, but I think 2 or 3 more weeks. Keep an eye on that. Den's Crypto, if you're asking me a question like that, you have to study the books. Go watch the shark pattern. It's not just anything between an 886 and a 113. You have to do the work. You got to look at the videos, and they're all on the basic members page. But we'll come back to that. Let's look, Alejandro. Let's save UEC for Monday. Check out yesterday. We talked about that yesterday. UEC's almost ready to trigger. Look, a lot of these are ready to trigger or coming back, getting ready to go again. Crypto or your major markets. So plenty of time. Well, let's talk about some earnings next week. A couple of different plays that are shaping up. Like Snap's earnings are tomorrow. You know what I think about Snap. So we'll come back and see how that works out. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me. We'll be back on Monday. Just to let everybody know, next Thursday, actually, I won't be here. So we'll give away some books on Tuesday. Okay? Next Thursday, I am off. I'm taking off for some needed time. We'll see everybody Monday. As always, go get them. Have a great one. Have a great weekend. Take care.